5 seconds remaining.
Hello everyone and welcome to GESC Thailand. We are in the grand finals of the Southeast Asian qualifier between Fnatic and TNC. We are in game 2 of this best of 5 set. And Fnatic, they pulled out an extravagant play of game 1 by playing a very, very slow, very controlled game, preventing TNC from applying any sort of pressure. And they were able to come back off of the back of a very good team fight and abusing their very strong pushing lineup. So for TNC, going to be happy going into game 2, knowing that if they drop this game to TNC, it just resets the series. So nothing really changes. I think the question now is, how does TNC adjust their style of play? Because we already saw TNC, they tried to put the pressure on in game 1. It wasn't very successful. Fnatic were very good at avoiding fights, predicting movements, noticing when TNC might be going here or there or anywhere. So we'll see what happens. One thing that is very peculiar is TNC has let Terrorblade through. Now we know that Fnatic, they do love to run the Terrorblade, but TNC could very much run the Terrorblade themselves. And now, for some reason, they are doing their drilling at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll ignore that. So hopefully I'm going to be able to speak over it. I'll try and speak a little bit louder for this cast so we can not listen to it. Terrorblade does get locked in by Fnatic. It's going to be EE's hero. I had a feeling this might happen because I will say one of Fnatic's interesting weaknesses is that they struggle to play against their own hero. They do not like giving the Terrorblade away because, you know, you'd actually think that they would be comfortable playing as a Terrorblade, but it feels like Fnatic, maybe they just recognize that we are strong with Terrorblade, but we are weak to it as well. So we're going to pick it every single time we got the opportunity. So TNC, I really want to know what they're going to pick up here to contest with the Terrorblade. If it's going to be maybe their own hard carry like a Medusa, or if they try and play it early, go for a Gyrocopter with some early game pressure, or do they go in a completely different route and try and play some early game team fight? Pick up a Lycan that has early game push and team fight. Leshrac gets picked up by TNC, so not really. I don't really know what to say about this right now. We saw Leshrac being played by Piladai last game. Leshrac can definitely be played as a core as well, but being first picked by TNC, they're not really revealing anything at this point of time. They just picked it up, maybe just keep him there and have TNC consistently think, what kind of a Leshrac are we looking at here? Is it a core, a support? It could not be roaming. Roaming Leshrac, not really the best, I would say. I'm pretty sure someone will make it work, but it's not the best. You would prefer a lot of other heroes such as Tusk, such as Earth Spirit, Clockwork, you know, these other heroes that excel at roaming compared to what a Leshrac would be able to do. But TNC using a lot of reserve time for this second pick. Rather peculiar. I'm thinking, what are they going to pick here as their second pick? It is going to be the Earth Spirit. Alright, so TNC going to be falling back to Earth Spirit. Love this hero. Really think he's underrated in the region. Very, very strong. And he's great versus the Terrorblade as well. Lots of forms of initiation. You also have the Silence. Magnetize is going to be very annoying for EE and his illusions very early on. So this Earth Spirit Leshrac combination, I'm going to assume it's a support Leshrac for now. This Leshrac Earth Spirit combination, I don't mind it. Very strong duo, lots of kill potential, and you have the setup. You have your Earth Spirit to set up for the Leshrac. That's one of the biggest things when you're playing a Leshrac. It's very hard to hit the split Earth, and with an Earth Spirit there, everything's done and dusted. You're going to land the split Earths. Unless you try and go for some ballsy plays and get some weird split Earths off. It may not work, but Dota is Dota. It's a matter of skill. So for Fnatic, looking for their second pick here. Now, Sand King, Tiny, and Beastmaster is banned by TNC. Fnatic, they've gotten rid of the Gyro. They also got rid of the Tusk and the Nyx Assassin. So what are they looking for here? Do they possibly consider picking up their Roamer? Because TNC could effectively start banning roaming heroes right now if they wanted to. And Clockwork will be picked up. So I believe that is going to be DJ's hero of choice. Now we know Clockwork Very good roamer as well. Great setup. Great disengage with the cogs too. Very annoying for anyone that is trying to go for any sort of physical pressure onto those lanes. Clockwork just runs up to you, throws the cogs down, and then you can't do anything about it. Most heroes cannot contest a Clockwork 1v1 either, just because of the battery assault. So Fnatic, very, very solid lineup so far. Picking up a very strong roaming support. It could be Universe Clockwork as well. I mean, it's not impossible to play Clockwork as a position 3, but in the current meta, you'd want to be picking up something a little greedier that would benefit more in the offlane compared to a Clockwork, who is simply there for initiation. Now, Batrider has been banned out, and so has the Oracle. So 2 very strong heroes in the current meta being taken out. They're very worried about this Oracle Terrorblade combination that we do see every now and again. If a Terrorblade gets picked up in the pool, you'll see Oracle getting banned most of the time, just because you don't want to be giving any sort of defensive abilities to this Terrorblade. They also got rid of the Visage, so they're worried about the Abed Visage. We did see this yesterday. It was an absolute nightmare. Very great micro plays coming out from Abed. Really able to fully use all the abilities of the Visage. The birds doing all this damage. Also the Grave Chill stealing all this attack speed. And you guys know what Visage do, okay? You're all very intelligent people. The last ban is going to be the Darkseer. So they're worried about the Darkseer Earth Spirit combo that we normally see, where you Iron Shell the Earth Spirit, he rolls in, he stuns, he disables, he keeps the target in place, and then the Darkseer comes up with his own Ion Shell. Very deadly duo. Very deadly duo. So now we're going to be going into our third pick for TNC versus Fnatic. Now, TNC... Now, if they have gotten all of their supports here, they're going to have to start looking for these cores. And the first one's going to be a Tidehunter. So TNC, they're looking for team fight here. But they've left Rubik in the pool if Fnatic want to try and pick up the Rubik. Rubik, one of those major heroes that's able to contest a Tidehunter simply because you stay out of radius, you can steal the Ravage, and you can Ravage back. But if you pick up a Rubik in this game, Rubik Clockwork is not a strong duo. They don't have the best kill potential, they are limited damage between the two of them, and they're very reliant on how the team fights go. Clockwork very reliant on the area of the fight, whereas for Rubik, very reliant on his positioning. So for Fnatic, they could be forced their hand and have to pick up a Rubik, or they can go for something a little bit different, something with some sort of damage that is going to benefit from the Clockwork. The Clockwork setup, excuse me. Down to a minute reserve time, and we're going to see the Warlock. I much prefer this. This is basically Fnatic's anti-Tidehunter. They say, okay, you want a Tidehunter Ravage? We're going to Chaotic Offering. That was their counter-initiation, and I really do like this. But TNC, insta giving the OD... Lots of early game pressure yet again from TNC. So they're going for these major ultimates in the Tidehunter and OD. Very long cooldowns. They need to win these team fights if they're going to make use of these ultimates. But they also hit very hard. OD, great at taking down illusions. Also good at stealing intelligence. And he just hits like a truck. Absolute truck. OD, something you have to be worried about. And I think something that you don't consider when you have an OD on your team is that when you Reflection an OD, a lot of OD's damage comes from the orb. And then when you Reflection the OD, he's not going to be able to apply that orb from his illusion onto himself. So the OD is a great hero up against Terrorblade. Let's not forget, you have the Astral as well. The Astral also sets up for the Earth Spirit, also sets up for the Leshrac, also can save teammates. So OD in this situation, I really like it. Very single target hero though. So if you're TNC, they have damage on the Leshrac, they have damage from the OD, they have setup from the Tidehunter. They need an extra bit, they need this little bit more of damage and they should be good to go. They need more burst if they want to plan on killing off this Terrorblade, because as of now, the burst on TNC, I don't feel confident enough that they can kill the Terrorblade single-handedly. Unless the OD is ridiculously fat, but you don't see many situations where he is that fat. And Fnatic shifting back to the Viper pick. Okay, very interesting choice for Fnatic. Viper here, he's going to be very tanky, very difficult to kill. The
10 seconds
The
remaining.
skin is going to be a problem for Leshrac and Earth Spirit. They simply touch him and then
5
suddenly they're
seconds
going to be
remaining.
slowed and have the poison applied. OD, not going to really be too bad versus the Viper. I mean, Viper really can't contest the OD 1v1, but at least the Viper will be able to save himself. And level 12, okay, if, I'm thinking about this, if they try and go, it seems to me Fnatic, they might have to force a late game
Turn to
situation. If they
ban.
force the late game situation, the Silence Nether Toxin will be great versus the OD. Because the OD cannot afford to be silenced. Silence is going to be a huge spell up against this OD. And the Silence Nether Toxin, it could prove to be a problem, but that's a level 25 talent.
10
It's a long way to
remaining.
go before you're going to have access to that. So
Fnatic's
if you're
turn to
TNC,
pick.
you want to abuse this game, finish it before the 25 on that Viper. Heck, before the Terrorblade hits level 20. Just finish it. I'm concerned now though. I'm just trying to look at Fnatic's draft here.
10 seconds
Lacking some
remaining.
damage. They really do lack damage. It's mostly
5
in the
seconds
Viper
remaining.
Warlock and late game is Terrorblade.
TNC's turn to
And they go for a Puck as their last pickup. Okay. So this has to be an offlane Puck? Or is this an offlane Viper? Gotta be completely honest, I'm a bit
10
hesitant
seconds
with
remaining.
Fnatic's draft. I mean, they do have some damage, but they don't
5
have
seconds
anything
remaining.
that's really going to threaten TNC. That's going to threaten TNC. Tidehunter, not really worried. He's got Kraken Shell. OD, yeah, I guess they could kill the OD. OD's always going to be somewhat glass cannony. Earth Spirit, very maneuverable. Not the best disables on Fnatic if I look at it. You only have the Clockwork there as disabled, then the
You
Puck.
may now select
Oh
your
boy,
heroes.
that Lycan last pick. That Lycan last pick. I think this Lycan may have just destroyed Fnatic's lineup. They have almost no control for a Lycan. It's mostly the Clockwork. They have to Chaotic Offering if they want to stun Raven. And then Universe, it's an offlane Puck. And then Universe, he has to coil Raven. Ah, this lineup from TNC. That last pick Lycan. It just changes everything. Oh boy. Okay, I do much prefer TNC's lineup this game. They have so much going their way right now. The Viper, the Puck, you know, they're putting a lot of faith into Eternal Envy to push them through as his carry. He needs to farm. This is a game that Fnatic cannot afford to lose the farming game. If they lose the farming game here and they try and hold the game with Universe and Abed, these two heroes, they're going to get destroyed by Armel, destroyed by Raven. Their lineup is pretty squishy. Puck, squishy, pretty normal. Pylidai are going to have zero impact on Raven with his slow just because the Lycan's slow. Lycan doesn't get slowed in Lycan form. So, unfortunately for Pylidai, he may have a pretty bad day today. Oh, that draft though. That draft. Alright guys, let's jump into this game. Fnatic, I swear, if Fnatic wins this game with this lineup, okay, the question should be, how did TNC let this happen?
Prepare for
But then
battle.
it's not just that. You have to ask yourself, if Fnatic win this, how did Fnatic make it happen? We'll find out. We'll find out, guys. Let's start off with Fnatic on the Dire side for today. We're going to have Universe on this Puck. We have Abed on the Viper. We have Pylidai on the Warlock. We have DJ on our Clockwork. And finally, we have Eternal Envy on his signature Terrorblade. On the side of TNC on the Radiant side for today, we have Cuckoo on the Leshrac. We have Sam H on the Tidehunter. Tim's on the Earth Spirit. Armel on the OD. And finally, Raven on the godforsaken Lycan. This is such a good Lycan game. It's almost ridiculous. It makes me wonder, did Fnatic forget about the Lycan? Did they possibly forget? Looks to me that we could
30
see a
seconds
possible
to
gank
battle.
here for TNC. Very aggressive movement sitting on the high ground. We'll see in just a moment. Looks like for now they're going to abandon ship. Just go straight for the runes. Bottom runes will be secured by Fnatic. Top runes they will be secured by TNC. So it'll be an equal trade regardless. I guess one thing I should quickly mention is Abed is one of those
The
players,
battle begins.
he's very skilled. And to put him on a Viper, it feels like maybe you're limiting what Abed is going to be able to do on Viper. Viper is I know a lot of pros, they hate playing Viper. They have vocally said this. They hate playing Viper. It's very boring. It's very dull. Doesn't really do anything. So we'll see what Abed's going to be able to do with the Viper. Maybe he can pull something off that we don't normally see. And the first call to order right now will be CS. So we'll see how he's going to be able to do against Armel on the OD. It's the first tonight, but we'll check on these guys a little bit later. It's going to be a tri lane in the bottom lane. Raven, thinking that he's safe, doesn't know that there is a Pylidai in the bushes. Pylidai gonna reveal himself and we'll start harassing Raven out. DJ gonna be harassing him as well. So Envy has been put into the off lane with the supports just to make sure that they can get the farm. Whereas for TNC, they've gone for an aggressive tri lane themselves. They put Sam H in this lane. Cuckoo's sitting in the tree lines, maybe trying to look for a kill onto Universe. Split Earth is there, the roll as well, and they don't have the damage. They do have the damage. They do have the damage. The TP from DJ, unfortunately not quick enough, and that's going to be first blood already into TNC's pockets. It's bottom lane in the meantime. Where is Lycan? Lycan has been shifted into the top lane, so they want to make sure that Raven gets this farm. They're putting the Tidehunter in the Terrorblade lane. I do agree with this situation here for TNC. It's a much better matchup for Raven. They need this Lycan to get his farm. Oh, it looks like a bit of a ring around the rosy here with the creeps for both sides. And Abed copping quite a bit of damage from Armel, but he is ahead in terms of CS. 7-2 compared to the 5-3 of the OD. Things will get a little bit harder for Abed, but we'll check up on this line a little bit later. And Sam H contesting Pylidai. Pi will be able to heal himself, but he's also doing some pretty good damage to Sam H. So this bottom lane more or less is going to be going into Eternal Envy's favor. Compared to last game, it must feel like heaven. It must feel like heaven. Last game, absolute disaster. Had a very bad laning phase on the CK. Couldn't really farm efficiently, but now he must feel much more confident now. Except DJ wanting to rotate into this mid lane will show himself to Armel. There is support here for TNC, however, they've got the Earth Spirit nearby. So if they do try to jump onto Armel, the Earth Spirit is ready. And he will be revealing himself as, oh my gosh, this courier, I think it's just given me a seizure. Oh, wow. That is a... Yep, I'm going to stop looking now. I think someone's going to get a seizure. Looks like Cuckoo going to back up. DJ has shifted into this top lane. They are trying to harass Cuckoo. The orb misses from Universe though. And so they will leave him alone. Lots of pressure onto this Tidehunter. Looks like they're going to keep Tims in this middle lane. Maybe they try and consider going for a gank onto Abed. Abed is very low on HP, but this Observer Ward, I don't know if it spotted out Tims, but eating the tree there, I'm not sure if it revealed anything. We'll see here. Okay, he is catching glimpses of the Earth Spirit, so this is no secret to Abed anymore. Looks like the CS is much more favorable for Fnatic this time. We have 20-14 on the Terrorblade, 15 on the Viper, 14 on the OD, and 14 on the Lycan as we just catch the kill. Unfortunately, Tims does die to the tower and the poison. And Armel sees DJ. Gonna run away now. CS is relatively even here. So it's not looking too bad for Armel. Tries to orb the Viper, but I don't know if that was the best idea. He has no poison Astral. Oh, had to Fairy Fire. He would have died if he didn't. Abed trying to go for a cheeky play, hiding in the trees. He wants to try and kill off Armel here. No jukes allowed, he says. Oh, the Astral! He just gets the Astral in time. He leveled up just in time, but I think Abed's gonna die. Abed gets the kill first, and he will get picked off by Cuckoo. Oh, that was a very close one. If they manage to get one more hit there from the OD, I do believe they kill him, but unfortunately, not enough there from Armel. He does drop. Oh, it's like Earth Spirit being caught out. Gets kicked out. Tims runs into EE, but he rolls onto the other side and walks safely behind tower. Sorry about that, guys. My mouse is rolling on its own. It's rolling on its own. Looks like Cuckoo wants to try and punish Pi here. This is his revenge. He says, you want to play Leshrac? I can play Leshrac too. One more hit. We'll kill Pi. He's going to TP out of here as well. I don't think Abed has the damage to kill him. Lets him walk out for free. DJ, unfortunately, not fast enough, and they will concede that kill onto Pi. Metamorphosis is going to go halfway through the duration. Gonna keep the Earth Spirit here, so it looks like SamH, he is struggling. Level 3 on this Tidehunter. 1-1-1. No real kill potential with SamH here, even if they bring in the Earth Spirit. But Cuckoo's coming in, and Cuckoo is level 4. So between the three of them, they might be able to get this kill. So SamH starts up with the Gush. They get the rolling boulder off as well. Kickback. They get the stun to land as well. Oh, it misses. It misses. They couldn't get Eternal Envy. He's going to get cogs in with DJ. EE going to run away. And they might even have to turn their attention to this Clockwork instead. EE going to run through the tree line. Should be fine. Lightning, boulder, DJ is going to start rusting eventually. Unless he outdukes them. Oh, he gets the cogs with SamH. Ends up dying. For OD though, dying in the middle lane, and I do believe this was with the help of the Warlock. Didn't quite see it. I do believe it was with the help of the Warlock. Yeah. He had the upheaval. Is this a Viper Strike as well? No. It was not a Viper Strike. Looks like the support's going to be roaming around together. Again, they want to try and pressure EE here. They tried to kill him once. They couldn't get him. They're going to try twice. And instead, they see DJ with a double damage rune. But do they still try and go for this? I'm thinking about it. DJ is only level 3 though. So he's got only 2 points into the battery assault. 1 point into the cogs. So Abed doing a lot better for himself in this middle lane now. Starting to get those denies and last hits in. He has forced Armel into the jungle. So Armel unfortunately not feeling too confident. He is not running any boots, however, so this might be one of the reasons why he died off to the Viper, having no extra movement speed, meaning he can't get away from the Viper because Viper has a naturally built-in slow. The game has slowed down a considerable amount now. As Earth Spirit has shifted into that middle lane. Are they still trying to go for EE? I believe they're just trying to pressure him here. There's no mana left onto Cuckoo, so we may see him TP back home. Middle lane, they still want to try and kill off Abed. And Abed's playing super aggressively. Might be a bit indecisive here. He might be worried that there is backup, and that may have been why he did not rolling boulder into Abed at that moment of time. Also, maybe Armel not feeling too confident himself, but Cuckoo will reveal himself in this middle lane. Viper Strike onto this. Okay, he's gonna get hit with the Astral. Cuckoo goes for the stun. Still taking considerable amounts of damage, and the poison's doing some good work. And looks like he's not going to commit to Cuckoo. Cuckoo is slowly ticking through, gets the stun off though, rolling boulder, still keeping Cuckoo alive. He does finally drop from the damage distribution. He had a dominating streak as well. We didn't really notice that one, but what can you really do? Looks like this bottom lane, Eternal Envy, 100% control over SamH. SamH just going to run up to him, just goes for one anchor smash, now down to half HP. And now he may regret his decision. Eternal Envy trying to dive for this kill, although he's taking lots of tower damage. And he will need to back up. SamH, no TP scroll, so he's just going to have to try and tough it out as a man. Pull through these creeps, EE TPing back home. DJ going to head back as well. And the supports have smoked up. I want to head back down to that bottom lane to maybe try and go for another gank. No, they're going through the middle lane. Okay, which way are they going? They're warding. Alright, they want to go for this middle lane. Now, mind you, Pyladite is still here. It looks like they are pinging out Pi. They possibly just decide to go for this kill. Lycan is here, so let's go onto Pyladite. They missed the roll, but it gets netted up. And Tims will be dying to Abed here. But they get the kill onto Pyladite. The Wolf is here, so do they push this middle lane with the Wolves? Looks like he's going to head back up into the top lane. No, head back middle. No. It's a bit indecisive. Lycan form does run out. And maybe they just shift the lanes. shift Raven into this middle lane, push OD into the top lane, get him some more farm. Raven will struggle because this is a Viper, level 8 Viper compared to the Lycan who's almost level 8, so it's not too bad. Raven. He's going to be taking up the mid lane, but he also will be farming up the jungle. So the difference between the two is that at least Raven can help recover himself. DJ gonna try and look for him in the jungle. And I don't think he saw him. He's heading down there now, so he will see Raven. Pings are there.
Middle tower is under attack.
Is he gonna try? There's help coming up from the high ground. DJ, did he see Tim's? I believe he saw Tim's. He's running away. Or he's gonna keep going. He's gonna keep going. Battery assault. Hogs is there as well. Raven will try and cut himself through. A chaotic offering. Universe is coming in as well. They really want to kill Raven. He's gonna go down. Without a doubt, Tidehunter came in with the Ravage. They killed off Pylai. They're looking for more, but the coil is there from Universe. They're trying to turn onto Abed, but Universe doing such a good job at keeping everyone at bay that Samhage is now running away from the Golem that can tank towers for days. The Tims is here, and here comes the ultimate. The Magnetize is going to take Abed down. He will die to Universe, but DJ not going to be too happy because the Wolves are slowly chewing him down. Cuckoo going to keep on chasing. He wants DJ. The DJ, super low. Just one lightning from Cuckoo will kill him off. There are boots. He's going to go into Universe. He has an orb available. He's going to chase. He's got Chinese the Pulse Nova. One more hit. Just one more lightning. He can't get the lightning. He'll run away. Save us out. Although now DJ? Oh man. Such a smart play. Had the level 6. Had the hook shot. Waited between the trees. Cast animation from Leshrac. Well, we all know it's too long.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Amel did get some free time in this top lane,
Radiant's middle tower
so
has
he will
fallen.
be starting to put some pressure onto the
Dire's
tower.
top
Could be in some
tower is
trouble
under
though.
attack.
Universe is coming back with DJ. No
Dire's
hook shot, no
structures
coil,
are fortified.
but this tower is going to be within deny range, so expect Fnatic to deny this at any time, and they will do so. Tower denied.
Dire's top tower
OG still farming up. Tidehunter has struggled. That's one thing we also need to consider. Looks at Lycan form. Who are they going for? It's Eternal Envy. He has a Sunder available, but can he get in time? The stuns! The stuns are too much. They were holding on to it. He was holding on to it. He was hoping he would be able to get it last minute, but the Rock Golem stun is too strong. This is a fast Golem as well. I mean, I've never seen a Golem this fast in my life.
I was meant to have this.
Looking at the chart so far, TNC, very reminiscent of last game, very top heavy, although this time it's mostly in the Lycan. A lot of this is a contribution to Armel not having 100% the best time in the middle lane, as Pylai did babysit Abed for the good majority of it, and also getting a couple of kills. So Armel, unlike last game, is struggling. Raven will be able to carry him through for a little bit, but for how long will Raven be able to carry the OD? Oh, Armel. Looks like it's going to be okay. The Sentry not spotting any wards out, although they may just be able to pincer him in, though. Abed's here, hook shot to throw, and it's undead OD. So OD is dead. While that is happening, though, we have a very strong push coming out from TNC. The Lycan chewing through this tower with all of his units. They will be able to take this down. If they want to commit, they can go for this tower up down in this bottom lane, because unfortunately for Fnatic, they can't push any of these top lanes. Middle lane, they could definitely consider it. Have a TP from Pylai though, and Chaotic Offering is up. Do they try and just kill Pylai?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna go for it. They're gonna go straight onto Pylai, getting the stuns off, the silences. EE is dead, and so is Pylai. Nice backstab coming out from Fnatic. They did try to go in with Universe, but he came too late. Abed's coming in from the lower part of the map, but he will be spotted out by these wards. They know where he's coming from. And this could be really bad for Abed if he tries to commit to this. He's going to come in from the side. Tim spotted out by this Hellbear Smasher, and they're just gonna go straight onto this Viper. They say, we don't care. You are dead. That's 3 heroes that died on the side of Fnatic, and this tower is gonna go down as well. Lycan gonna start chewing through the tower. The creeps are coming through eventually. Hookshot. Oh, misses. Misses that hookshot. And looks like they will leave the tower. Necro 1 is finished on that Lycan. And Fnatic, they were doing okay for a while, but this Lycan proving to be too much of a powerhouse for them so far. Looks like they managed to get the D ward off with the courier. So all the vision on the side of TNC will be for naught. They still have this ward here though, so any movements on this side of the map will be spotted. But Raven doing the heavy lifting for his team so far. Necro 1 going to be finishing up the Necro 2 soon. Armel in the meantime has had a very good time recovering as he's finished up his 4 staff and is now queuing up his Blink Dagger. So Kuku going to be spotted by the entire Eternal Envy lineup. He just metamorphs for this as he says, alright, easy kill, let's go for the tower. Looks like they're going to try and look for the OD again. Puts a ward on the high ground. The courier is leaving, so they know that someone is here. And Armel straight for the TP. Is there a hook shot from DJ? It's on cooldown. It was on cooldown. He didn't know exactly where it was, so I don't think he would have thrown it anyway. But the tower goes down in that middle lane. Armel is revealing himself. Fnatic going to be happy with themselves so far because the gold distribution is looking pretty good here for Fnatic. Their lineup accomplishing what it needs to. Their main hero is getting their farm, the Terrorblade that they need so desperately to grow. Can even say Arbed's doing a reasonable job with his hero as well. Not as high impact as the hero that he normally plays, but he has been a threat to TNC. He has been there to throw his ultimate, poison someone, potentially kill them. He just does all the deep that they need early on, but he will start to fall off eventually, and that's sort of where they need the Terrorblade to start picking up. They're hoping that they can get the real EE to come out. They're waiting for him to come out. They know which one's real. Rolling Boulder! No, they don't get the Rolling Boulder. The kick is there though. Armel wants to kill him off. They could ult for this. Oh, they're throwing as much as they can, but he's surviving. The Magnetize, is that going to kill him? Instead, the Magnetize kills off the Terrorblade. It doesn't matter. They lose their Earth Spirit, but it was a successful kill. They will find the OD. Lycan form has been popped. His whole team has left. He needs to run away as fast as he can all the way back home. And Raven will be able to get out of there safe and sound. They killed off the Terrorblade, but in the process, they lost Armel, their OD. It did force everyone on the side of Fnatic to back up, so the map does open back up for TNC. It will slow down the progress of EE. I suppose that's the biggest thing. A Terrorblade will always outfarm an OD, so to make a trade like that, that's not bad. It was a nice deny by the Wolves, just denying the Necro unit. Necro 3 going to be completed on the Lycan right now, so we're going to see Raven hit like a truck. Fnatic going to play similar style to what they did last game. Try and farm as much as possible, avoid ganks, although this time they're playing a lot more aggressively than they did in the previous game. They did go around as a 5-man, get a kill, push a tower, so they are asserting some sort of dominance, keeping the map more or less neutral, not so much TNC favored. They have prevented Armel from progressing as this OD, which is some good news. At the moment they only need to worry about the Lycan, but eventually if they do leave Armel to farm, he would be a threat as well. So I think for Fnatic, the fact that they've been able to keep one down and have the other one be their only main priority, it's more or less paid off. They are not too afraid of a possible gank. If the OD was farmed, chances are TNC would be making some of the aggressive plays already, and they may have slowed down Fnatic's potential. Sandunyasha completed on Eternal Envy. So he's now moving quicker, attacking faster, slightly tankier as well. Tower getting denied by Pi, and that was just a Warlock. Very impressive plays coming out from him. Considering that he's made such a big switch, was a level 20 Leshrac last game, now playing this position 6 Warlock, playing support even for DJ. It's a hard life.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
like these aggressive wards coming out from TNC.
Dire's
These
middle
back-end
tower
wards
is under
really
attack.
give them vision in these team fights, and it's going to catch someone off
Dire's
guard.
structures
They're trying to
are
bait with
fortified.
Raven, but everyone inside of Fnatic, they're playing very, very defensively on the east side
Dire's
of the
middle
map.
tower is
Too
under
afraid
attack.
they could be ganked, and very much true.
Dire's middle tower
Tower
has
gets
fallen.
taken down. Universe going to be sticking around in this bottom lane. Hasn't been too active in terms of team fights, but he has farmed a significant amount of his money. He's actually leading the farm of his team with a Blink Dagger and a Jules.
Quick silence!
Regeneration.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's take a look at the item progress for both these teams as well. We're about 20 minutes in. So we have 2, 3, 4 stars on the side of TNC. Lots of maneuverability. They have the Blink on the OD. Finally got completed. They're going to be attempting Roshan, I believe. Necro 3 finish up onto Raven. So good progress on TNC, but it's not to say that Fnatic haven't progressed either. They've got a lot of items too. Initiation is available on their Puck. They're pushing with the Terrorblade in the bottom lane. They're going to TP back home the Tidehunter, and they've abandoned Roche. So they did a little bit of damage, forced Fnatic to leave their lanes, and they just TP back and say, oh, it was not real. It was a dream. It's all fake. This poor little Satyr had so much HP, so much HP, so little to live for. They could possibly catch out our bed here. They just need vision, and Tim's is looking for it. There is nowhere on the map that's scouting this out for Fnatic, but it seems that Abed's gut feeling proving to be correct.
Coin of the realm, what have we here?
Seems to me though that Fnatic, they decided to park in the bottom lane, just keep some of the illusions, keep the lanes pushed out, prevent TNC from going for any sort of push. And it's working out quite
Radiant
successfully
are
too.
scanning.
Top lane, they are camping with the rest of their heroes, but Sam H, he's got other plans. He want to do other things, and he just has. Looks like he's going to be building some magic resistance now. Gonna be going for the Hood of Defiance. Take a look at the talents as well while we're at it. Although it looks like we're gonna have a small team fight. Oh, I did try to go for someone, but it looks like Earth Spirit gonna be the only one caught in that coil. Fnatic really pulling back for this, and looks like they found the Leshrac as well, almost catching DJ. DJ will survive though, and that's going to be 2 heroes dead on the side of TNC. The rest of their team lives. It does open this bottom lane for Sam H though, so he did get some farm. He will push it out. Did force EE to go into that top lane, so no more illusions down there. Still have Raven here, farming away for his next item, the BKB. Wants to be immune to all of that magical damage. Although the BKB won't be as effective as I would like it to. Pylai dies. The hook shot still pierces the BKB. The Warlock Golem initial stun still pierces BKB. So does the Viper Strike. The coil will eventually pierce BKB because his Aghanim Scepter is 600 gold, 550 gold away. So it's very, very close. That Roche going to be attempted yet again here by Fnatic. Now, mind you, Universe is in this bottom lane. He is going up against the Earth Spirit, who is going to try and keep this lane at bay. The rest of his team going to have to try and contest this Roche now because some heroes are coming in from the fountain. Pylai is coming in from base. We have Universe in the side. He's got the Dream Coil ready. You do also have DJ here ready for a hookshot, but Imel spotted him out. So DJ, no initiation for you. Roche is pretty low, down to a fifth of his HP. Got Pylai in the north going for the upheaval. And Universe comes in. He could jaunt in, but he doesn't. Fnatic not feeling too confident with this initiation after losing DJ. And it's going to be a free Roche. They blink forward as well with the OD. They're trying to look for someone. They want Arbid. But instead, nice coil coming out from Universe. We'll keep them all together. They're all taking critical amounts of damage. The damage spread coming out from Pylai is enormous. And Eternal Envy BKB gonna try and turn onto Sam H. There is still a Ravage available. Armel, I believe he's got the Aegis. He's gonna go for the Astral onto the Terrorblade, and now Fnatic, they're gonna have to save EE now because he doesn't have ultimate. Armel is still super low. Almost dying. He will eventually drop to the Reflection. No, he goes for the Astral. He should drop though. And Hookshot gets wasted, blinks forward, goes onto Pilot. He's still somewhat alive. Still not dead. Universe still looking. The Ravage from Sam H will prevent Universe from doing anything. Gets dropped by the hammer. Now, Abed gonna come back into the fray, wants to catch out the Tidehunter. Everyone on TNC has abandoned. The major heroes, Armel and Raven, have gotten out scot-free. Yes, the rest of the team dropped, but the major cause got the goal that they needed. And that was a big team fight that goes in favor of TNC, killing everyone. I believe they also killed Abed. I could be wrong. I do believe they killed Abed, but the fight went for so long that we didn't see it. So, lots and lots of gold here for TNC, and a lot of it going into Armel's pockets. Armel is the one that's going to be benefiting a lot from this as well. It's Aegis, Hurricane Pike, Blink Dagger. Next item is that BKB, and eventually, when he gets that Scythe of Ice, that Scythe of Ice is going to destroy anyone on TNC. You get Scythe of Ice, no protection is going to help you. No protection. They'll need a Lotus Orb, but there's going to be a BKB on the OD. He wouldn't care about a Lotus Orb. BKB, though, is completed on Raven. So this Lycan is going to start hitting like a truck.
Bounty.
It's a very scary moment here for Fnatic because they are relying mostly on this Terrorblade to do them the damage, but EE, he doesn't seem 100% ready for that fight, but then again, they did get caught with their pants down. They're trying to look for more heroes, but you can see Armel, he's already backed up very, very far. He's used his blink, although he might run into them here. Oh, the coil, the hook shot, everything whiffs. Everything whiffs. It's all on cooldown. Oh, that stings. That 4-star reaction by Armel. That was incredible. Looks like they're going to blink forward as well. They just see, there's no ultimates for you guys. We're going to turn on to you instead. And Raven comes in, doesn't want Pilot. They want Arbed. No, they will leave him alone. Can't find anyone. Wolf form has been used though, so it's going to be a while before that comes off of cooldown. Although it's only a level 2 wolf form. Once he gets that level 3, the cooldown will be very short. 70 seconds. Practically every minute he'll be able to use the wolf form. Looks like they're gonna gank Sam H. Yeah, this is a Tidehunter. And this Tidehunter has Ravage. So very risky play coming in from Fnatic. They still have the coil. Now, this is an Ag's coil, so the cooldown is going to be very short. 65-second coil cooldown onto Universe. Also got the Chaotic Offering here onto Pilot and Hookshot's up as well. So Fnatic gonna be confident enough to try and go for a gank. The Alpha Wolf gonna be dancing around with his teammates. There's a haste rune here. Let's take a look at these talents as well. We never got to take a look at them. 250 mana on this Leshrac. We also have the 10 intelligence on the Earth Spirit. We have movement speed and attack speed on the OD. Our Lycan sitting on a cooldown reduction and 20 damage. And finally, on the side TNC, we have 80 gush damage on the side of Sam H. On the side of Fnatic, we have health and movement speed for this Terrorblade. Our Viper is sitting on corrosive skin stats and spell lifesteal, so Arbed's looking for survivability this game, not looking for any sort of damage. Movement speed onto DJ, Pilot Eye on 150 cast range, and finally for Universe, spell amplification and plus 10 intelligence as his spells of his talents of choice. The TNC. Gonna spot out where Universe is. Universe gonna jaunt out a bit further than the Lycan would be able to chase. Hookshot again, missing from TJ. He's missed a couple of hookshots today. I believe he's missed 2 or 3 so far. There should have been hookshots that would have landed, but maybe just not having the best day on this clockwork. Looks like the Aegis is going to be reclaimed as well. So Armel not going to be under the guise of an Aegis. We'll just have to sit a little further back. He is starting to get significantly tanky as well, 2k HP. Lots of items. Scythe of Ice is his next item of choice, so whoever's gonna get Scythe, you know,
Dire's top tower is under
you
attack.
dead. That's the best way to put it. You gonna die. Someone's gonna die tonight, and it could be Palada. Or it could be Universe instead. Let's see who they find instead. No one. No one. Oh, they do find someone. Who is this? Oh, it's DJ. It's DJ.
And your smart.
Rest in pepperoni, DJ. You'll be very much missed by the community. So at bottom lane, we've got one illusion here from EE trying to pull the creep wave away. It will dissipate. And unfortunately, because there's the catapult there, it's not going to push. So there's some open space here for TNC to go for this high ground attempt. Nice creep clear from Fnatic, abusing their puck's mobility. The reflection. So the reflections, they have started to come on through, but they're practically doing nothing to the OD. You cannot reflect the orb. Now, gonna see another push from TNC, or are they waiting for Roche? So Roche is gonna respawn in a minute 25, so it will be a while before they can get another Aegis. Next Aegis will also be with Cheese. It's 2 sentries dancing side by side. They are in range of each other as well. And we've got Lycan form being popped. They're gonna jump forward here. They're gonna go straight onto Pilot. They say no chaotic offering for you because you're silent. Split Earth landing as well. They've lost 2 right off the bat. Fnatic, they're in shambles. They've got no buyback onto Pilot Eye as well, so no chaotic offering. There's Coil on cooldown from Universe. They're trying to push up this top lane instead. They say we want this tower instead. It's low on HP. They're gonna force out this glyph. 40 seconds left on Arbed. He can force a buyback here, but this tower is certainly going to drop. They're trying to do whatever they can to buy some time. They could try and hookshot in. The Coil's still a cooldown for 37. Raxes are down, and TNC, this is basically just a rerun of game 1. They're going to try and go for a second set of Raxes here. 30 seconds left onto Arbed, forcing the buyback. Still no Coil is up. 6 seconds left onto Pilot Eye. Eternal Envy's coming in with his BKB. Going to manage to find the Tide Hunter. No Ravage for you, they say. They're going to start chasing. Coil not up for another 16. Mules onto the Lycan. They're still chasing. Raven's still pretty quick. They're still looking. Universe trying to go for a body block. They will try and TP. They're trying to block. They use everything to cancel Raven's TP. He will possibly die. He has a BKB, but he won't even use it. He says, I was going to die. I'm not going to use my BKB. At the end of the day, though, they still got what they wanted. The top set of Raxes. And this is Fnatic's time to try and reconcile. They need to take something of their own. Unfortunately for them, there's buyback on both of these heroes, so TNC not playing games this time, not being too overconfident, but making sure that buyback is available. Warlock Golem just smack the tower. Big creep wave coming in as well, and here comes TNC coming in for the defend. Lots of ways to clear the creeps as well. Are they going to keep on chasing though? Trying to make sure Arbed gets earned up. Warlock Golem is there. No blink for you for OD. They're sticking around. Universe in the tree line gets only a 1-man Coil. Doesn't connect onto the OD, getting pushed back. He doesn't have a Hurricane Pike for another 7 seconds. Gonna be sitting in the poison as well. Tim's gonna try and go for the stun. The Magnetize onto all 5 heroes, and they managed to get Armel out. The Ravage as well. Gonna catch out Arbed. Also kill off Pilot. They're gonna TP out with Eternal Envy. Universe trying to get on out. DJ and the tree lines will not be cancelled. And they both have no buyback. Still no buyback onto Pi. Arbed has used his buyback for the previous fight, and this is TNC's time to shine, to go forward and to seize the day. It was very unfortunate for Fnatic, not even able to do any more tower damage. They only got a couple of hits in before the fight ensured, and while that all happened, Roche was respawned. It's with Cheese, it's with Aegis. I just do not see them being able to kill off OD or Lycan twice. This looks like it's going to certainly go 1-1 in this best of 5 series. TNC looking to tie this up. Now, Fnatic, if they can win this next up-and-coming team fight, they still have a Terrorblade to fall back to. A hero that can push like no tomorrow as long as Metamorphosis is up. If there's no Metamorphosis, he's not going to hit as hard as he normally would like to, but they still have that pushing power. He's got the illusions to fall back to as well. But first objective of this match. They need to kill Raven. They need to kill Armel. I don't even think they can kill Raven. They put the Aegis onto OD. Who's got the cheese? Is this... Okay, it is Lycan that's holding on to cheese. You know, at this point, it really almost looks like there's no hope for Fnatic, but they're going to have to put some faith in here. It's going to be hard, especially when they have someone coming down to the bottom lane, preventing EE from going for this signature split push they normally goes for. They clear out all these creeps. This whole team is waiting to push this bottom lane. Sam H cutting the creep wave. They've got OD looking to finish up his scythe device. Still not completed yet, but he's starting to build up some of those stats. Got the ultimate orb in his inventory.
Radiant are scanning.
Fnatic confined to their base. There's an Aeon disc on Cuckoo. So they could try to kill Cuckoo. He's going to get the purge. He will get the 2.5 seconds grave. It's like an oracle. I don't know what to call it. There's no spell in the game that legitimately prevents damage. So it's just the Aeon effect. TNC asserting a lot of dominance on the map. Do they have any gems? There's no gem anywhere. Interesting choice that they chose to not run a gem. I thought they may have just to try and get rid of some of these wards. But there are no wards left on the map anyway for TNC. So for
Dire's
Fnatic.
top shrine is under attack.
The shrine gonna be taken down by both Cuckoo and Raven. TNC just taking their sweet time. It looks like they are trying to finish up their items. Scythe device is completed,
Dire's
so
top shrine has fallen.
this may just be the killing blow to Fnatic. They got the Terror Blade, but their follow through just not quite enough. We'll see if they can land the killing blow, or maybe a Fnatic, maybe they can hold it. Maybe they could hold this game. It'll be very hard though with Quick pushing top, with an OD, Aegis, Cheese, Scythe of Ice, Ravage. So much teamfight control. I will say commend to Sam H for holding in these Ravages. He does not go for these rushed in Ravages. He holds it to the middle of the fight till he gets a decent position and gets it on those heroes that he knows his team can 100% kill. His patience is outstanding. This push will be slow and grueling. And TNC need to find this opening. As long as Fnatic can keep the creep wave clear, they're in a really good spot. They can send some illusions down here, pull the creep wave back consistently, pull it into a neutral camp even. Let's put it somewhere. In Universe, start up the initiation, chaotic offering as well as OD is just so damn tanky. BKB is there, he's got Aegis, he breaks the coil though, so Armel will go down. Sam H still has not used his Ravage. Lycan running rampant. Now here we go. Second life onto the OD. They still have a cheese on Raven if they want to pass it over to Armel. But chaotic offering is down. Coil is down, and TNC, they just back up. They say, alright, that's okay. I feel like maybe a slightly wasted opportunity. They could have maybe done a little more with this, but they're playing it safe. They managed to get level 20 onto EE, so you have the minus 10-second reflection cooldown. But again, the reflection not really doing much to OD. His orb effect, the fact that they're running an OD is really hurting Eternal Envy's possible impact on the game. If they're running a Shadow Fiend, the Shadow Fiend illusion will kill himself, and that's where most of the contribution will be. The Lycan illusion can still benefit Eternal Envy, but half of the time he's been mostly throwing reflections for slows. Not so much to try and do the damage, because OD, the Lycan never really is in position whenever the reflection's off cooldown. Here we go, damage. Oh my god, they threw their hammer into EE. I didn't even see him die. It was that quick. Just one bite onto Abed. 1/3 of his HP was eaten away. Rax is gonna go down. Fnatic, it doesn't seem like they have anything left in the tank here. They've got no buyback on EE. They bought back onto Pylai Die. They have no chaotic offering. Coil is on cooldown. Hex onto this Puck. Oh, that's not even Puck. That was Pylai Die. It's dying so quickly. And DJ's just melting. He just melted. It's gonna be 1-1. TNC tying up the series 1-1 in this best of 5. I have to say, TNC played this game a lot better than they did last game. And it makes me wonder if if the Terrorblade, the fact that they didn't ban the Terrorblade, was this a bait to Fnatic? They say, you take the Terrorblade, we're going to take the OD. Was that the possible plan there for TNC? It may as well have been, but that's going to be game 2 done and dusted for TNC versus Fnatic. We'll hopefully jump into game 3 as soon as we can.